Guys, so here it is. You guys saw in the beginning of the other day's video, we kind of cracked the oil pan. Yes, I'm driving it. So I'm gonna drive it out. It's about a 35-minute drive out to Harrisburg. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys today how to refurbish a oil pan. I am not spending $300 on a new one. Went through about, looks like a half a quart in the 35 minutes, which isn't too bad. It's mainly leaking when it's idling. So, let's see if I can show you guys. Like, right in this area somewhere. So, it shouldn't be too bad to do. It's really bad. It's kind of nasty. So, I'm gonna get the motor mounts up on both sides. We'll lift this up. We should be able to get all the bolts out, no problem. Drain the oil first. All right, so there's the first motor mount. You can see underneath. That one was really easy. I just pulled the turbo off for it. You really don't need to do that. I was able to show you here. I was able to sneak an 18 big long feller up there, and I got it just fine. So yeah, get all the oil pan bolts out. That'll be fun, and then go from there. Here's the oil pan. That was a pain, and that was a big pain. I had to tilt the engine up a lot. There is 2 bolts for the pickup, and then 2 bolts bolting the pickup down in one of those areas. So we had to get those. And yeah, you guys see how high we have this thing. So I had to lift it up quite a bit. You guys can see down there. God. Oh, it fell. Got the tube all cleaned up. Nice and, for the most part, pretty. So, set this down here where it's not gonna get dirty or messed with. The 4 bolts there I need to clean. This wasn't fun. All right, so here's the outside. Where it was leaking from was like right around in this area. So I'm wondering, I guess we'll see. I got everything in here cleaned out nice. I might get rid of the paint on the inside because that might be what kills this motor eventually, is that paint flaking. But for what it is, I'm gonna try to see if I can find any holes and get this dent out. So. See, it's not bad. Alright, so I found the hole. It's a nice little pinhole right there. You should see this hole. Huh? You should see this hole. Pound this dent out. Alright, that looks a lot better. Take a mallet to it, and then we'll get to welding up on that hole. So I was gonna refurbish the whole thing, but I did find the leak and I was able to, you know, throw a bubble on it. If you guys can see that right there. So there's no light that shines through. I don't really have anything to get all this off. I might just take the razor blade and wherever I put it. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that. But I want to make sure that if it's gonna leak again, I can see the leak. So, but yeah, the whole underside's coated and it looks like it was coming from that hole there. That may have been there since we put the 12 valve in, because it's always leaked oil like it has now. So yeah, the inside looks pretty preserved though. But for what it is, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, get the surface cleaned up, throw some RTV around it, and then throw it back in the truck. All right, so now we're gonna come back under here, clean up the surface of the block so we can put a gasket under there. I should have done this earlier, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to even film this, so. Oh, all right, so the oil pan is cleaned up to where I feel like throwing it back on. I've already checked, made sure no leaks. I threw some water on one side and made it sit there for a little bit. It did not get anything in it. Right, yeah, right there. So no more leak, no more dent-ish. It's not perfect. This is one spot, but it's way better than what it was. So I'm gonna get this thing thrown back up. I believe I got the surfaces cleaned up. Yeah, so I got the surfaces cleaned up. That's just paint. So there's nothing on the surface anymore. So we're gonna RTV it, is what I was recommended to do. So we're gonna do that. Get this thing thrown on. All right, so I don't see how I'm gonna do this yet. I don't know which way I wanna do it. Pickup is in. I got all the little pieces for the most part out. I don't know if I'm gonna RTV it after I get it up or before, so I'm gonna see kind of how it fits, because I know I'm gonna have to shove that against something which will ruin my gasket. So yeah, I don't know. And there is a gasket already on that up in the truck, so I don't know. Not gonna film any of it because it's gonna take me forever, and yeah, so I will get back to you when it's up. All right, pickup tube is installed and tight. I'm getting stuff in my eye as we speak. There's 2 bolts down there and then 2 here. There's already, like I said, the gasket on it. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, RTV it, and yeah, hopefully it doesn't leak. All right, so no promises it's not gonna leak, but like, there it is with a completely dry oil pan. So yeah. I'm gonna let this sit for an hour, but I'm gonna drop it. You guys can see it needs to slide down into both of those. So this one was messed up, which is why I took the turbo inlet off, because I need to fix that one. So should be able to get that done here and drop it down. Okay, so we just walked down the street, go get some oil. We're gonna throw in this thing, then we'll fire it up and see if anything leaks. Hopefully not, but we'll see. All right, moment of truth, I'm nervous because I don't exactly think that it's gonna hold oil, but hey, we'll see what happens. Ma'am, check under there and watch if there's any leaks. I made the gasket out of RTV. That's what I was told to do. We'll see how it holds up. He said don't get a gasket because they leak more than our RTV does. So this is also the 12 valve's first oil change since I put it in. Obviously I did the first oil change when I put the motor in. But here we are at like 11,000 miles, so I got a filter for it and everything. It's what my oil filter looks like. It's all covered, nice and clean in the middle, so get that dumped. I was gonna reuse the oil, but like, I know there's a little bit of coolant in there, so I'm not gonna do that, but. So, I know I don't have to tell people this, but you can oil this up here to make it easier to get off next time, and you can fill this thing up. I have never filled an oil filter in my life, and I'm not gonna start now. So everything's together, oil's in it, filter's changed, yada yada. I didn't see any leaks, and I'm hoping it stays that way. until I find out if there is, I'm gonna be nice to it. So no hard beating the hell out of it in this video, but yeah, so I'll let you guys know when we get home, see if there's any leaks. Well, it's a miracle. Look how dry it is under there. Not one drop. Yeah, I don't see any oil, so nice.